Hear me out. What if you decided to make a city where once you place down a building, you can never sell it? Today, I'm starting on this journey. I've got this brand new city here on Dillman on the US servers, and once I start, I am not deleting any buildings ever. As I run through the tutorial, here are the rules. First is obviously that buildings cannot be deleted once placed, except for where an unabortable quest, and only an unabortable quest, specifically asks you to delete a building. However, this does not mean that for a quest asking you to build buildings that you can delete them once finished. Similarly, roads cannot be deleted once placed, but buildings can be upgraded as long as they are of the same age. Generally, roads or residential buildings. Second, you are allowed to move buildings once you place them. And third, I am not going to be placing great buildings that are above my age, and likewise, I'm not trading down any goods. And those are the only rules. I'll be tracking my progress in these videos and also in a thread on the forum, link in the description, and I plan to keep this city going for at least a year. Now with the tutorial finished, I've gotten hit with one of the first story quests, and it's asking me to build spearfighter barracks. I guess those are going to be sticking around for quite a while. Likewise, I'm going to have to place more stilt houses, a pottery, and a memorial so that we have a pretty nice collection of Bronze Age buildings to start us off. While I wait for my forge points to regenerate to complete the next story quest, I'll just be running short 5-minute production cycles to build up more resources. 5 hours later, I'm still with the exact same layout, but with a bit more coins and supplies. I also have 69 leftover population, nice, which is only enthusiastic once I have some buildings motivated. I think that happiness may be a problem. I want to avoid placing any cultural or decorations other than what I need to keep my citizens happy because they take up so much space. And now that we're starting to get into the actual storyline, I now have the Oracle of Delphi questline. Now, something interesting about this questline is that it asks us to place a residential building. I don't need more population, in fact, I have a bit too much for my available happiness. So what I'm actually going to do is use a bit of a secret trick where you can upgrade a building of the same size by placing a building right on top. This helps keep my population down. Unfortunately, I also have to place the massive fruit farm. As time went on though, I began to fall into the feel of my city, as in reality it's more like a limited city rather than a challenge at this point. In a normal city, you really don't place and delete buildings that often, but even when I have to, I have enough space now. I did decide to place 3 unneeded buildings, being the warrior barracks and blacksmiths, mainly so that I could fight better on the continent map and also to complete recurring quests. I also spent a short while guild hopping to get extra coins and hopefully blueprints. I haven't had to do this since auto-aiding was released, so it's much easier on the clicking finger. However, I quickly realized that I had a massive problem. Since I started this city on Dillman, the newest world available, that means that there aren't many guilds out yet. This world has only been out for just over 3 months, so the guilds that do have members are relatively competitive and need applications. By this point, I've hopped through nearly every available guild with more than one player, and I probably should have started on a more established world with more guilds, but too late now. As for my current city at this moment, this is how I'm going to keep it until the Iron Age. Until I can place more residentials or the Tower of Babel, I can't put down any more production or goods buildings, and I really don't want to use all the limited space that I have left. And now finally, I can progress to the Iron Age. But that is for the next episode, probably coming in about a month. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of this new challenge, and I'll be posting updates on the US forums, linked below, and on the playlist that is linked on screen now. See you next time.